Oh, sorry, I muted myself. Hey. So as you can guess, this game, as no surprise to anybody, this game does not have retro achievements. This game only has 2 followers on Twitch. It is not popular by any means, or well known. But when I was getting games for this series of ranking the PS2, uh, oh, this is better than I thought it would be. Oh, this is amazing. Never mind, it might be number 1. Oh. Alright, everyone, that's the definitely. I thought that Killzone intro was gonna be the best intro of the day, but, I may be wrong. That was pretty great. I definitely need to adjust the volume, though, because it's blowing out my eardrums. Yeah, we're gonna go a new game. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Alright, hold on. This... Alright. Actually, you know, B. There we go, yeah. Oh, lordy. Alright. First things first. Let's go to sound. Oh, okay, that's much better. Alright, so what do we... Alright, so... It doesn't tell me what the game modes are. Let's... Okay, so showcase is just look at the cars, I guess? It's actually like a really late era PS2 game, by the way. Like, I looked it up before I, like, did the recording for this. And it came out in, like, '09. It's the Hall of Shine. Okay, so that's the championship stuff. Change car. Okay, so there's like not that many cars. What's Pimp? Paint job performance. Okay, can I like... Okay, so alright, so... Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so championship. Alright, so we're doing the Hood Stars Championship. And then there's Sugar Babies, Nasty Gangster, Iron Riders, and then I don't have the rest. Alright, so we're gonna start out with Hood Stars 1. See how we do. God, I don't even know what the controls are. They don't tell you the controls. Okay, whatever. That's cool. Near to Burnout, to be fair. Who knows? When we get into core driving, this game could be amazing. We don't know yet. It's part of the beauty of this series. There's a lot of shit on the PS2 I have never seen. What is wrong with my driver? Why is his head square? Okay, so it's R1. Okay, so... Oh, I chose a bad car for this. It's like ghosting. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Oof. So this kind of reminds me of like a bad phone game. Is kind of what it reminds me of more than anything. Like that's the honest to God truth of it. It like, you know, like y'all remember during the early days of iPhone, you'd see advertisements for like driving games, like, you know, or like early in a console's life where you would get like, here, check out our driving game, and it would be like kind of visually impressive but bad. This game for a late life PS2 game looks awful. Actually, no, the reflections look okay. I shouldn't say it looks awful. Reflections look alright. I don't know why the street is so shiny, though. Like, I honestly... Actually, I don't know why everything is so shiny. That's another excellent question, actually. The street is shiny, the cars are shiny. The buildings are kind of shiny. Not as shiny as the, like, street, but, like, they're shiny. Just... Alright. I don't know, this is, like, not the worst driving game I've ever played, and at least seems stable. So, like, maybe, like... That was the thing, like, the PS2 era of consoles had a bunch of really weird licensed games on them. Like, you'd get a publisher, like, buy a license, or developer buy a license, and say, here, make a game around this. And that's how you ended up with a lot of really shitty movie tie-in games. Like Catwoman. Like, eventually we'll get to Catwoman, I'm sure, when doing this series, and, you know, that'll be a game that we talk about, and be like, man, look at this dumb, terrible movie game. And I have a feeling that MTV or Viacom or somebody was like, Pimp My Ride's popular, do a driving game around it. And they found the developer who could make a, like, semi-polished product that didn't make the brand look bad, while also, like, putting out a, you know, the game as cheap as humanly possible. That's my guess, anyway. And occasionally those licensed games led to some really cool stuff. Okay, that was something else. Was not expecting that, or for it to cause my car to verve out of control. What is this music? You know, I'm surprised for a game that's sponsored by MTV, it's not doing, like, really, like, a bunch of licensed music. Like, I would, like, for a game that's sponsored by MTV, and is, like, Pimp My Ride, which is, like, related to Exhibit, I would expect a licensed soundtrack, but this game also came out in 2009, which is very much well into the PS3's life, and I get the impression that the directive of this game was, yo dog, make it decent, but also make it as cheap as humanly possible. And I guess mission accomplished, because this isn't offensively bad. In fact, I'd actually argue that it's kind of better than Killzone in some ways. Like, Killzone had, like, some weird glitches and kind of looked bad at points. Like, this actually doesn't look bad. Well, actually, no. I just looked down at my car and saw the damage. I might take that back. I don't know. This is, like, not a horrible racing game. It's not good, either. I don't know. I think the highs in Killzone are higher than this. But I also think the lows in Killzone are lower than this. So, I guess it depends on... Do you want higher highs and lower lows, or just kind of very meh across the board? You know, like, Killzone has some art direction for it and some ideas for it. This is obviously just like, hey, we made a decent-ish driving game with some very interesting choices in regards to stuff like that. And like, this car damage looks weird as hell. Like, why does the back of my car look like... Whoa, what? Oh, there's crash animations. That's kind of neat. Like, but why does the back of my car, after these car wrecks, look like Wolverine fucking, like, clawed it? It doesn't look like a car wreck. It looks like he got, like, mauled by a werewolf. But, you know, here we are. I was expecting kind of offensively bad from this game, and not, like, kind of bland other than the intro. The music's kind of putting me to sleep a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, just put on that lo-fi, take a nap. Or just that repetitive music, just sleepy time, bro. I wonder if you could just like fully max out a car. Like if you give it like max stats and everything and just beast mode later in the game. That's an interesting thought. I don't think we're gonna get to that point, but never know. Okay, so it totals up our points for upgrades. Oh yeah, rim models. Got new rim models for my truck. Or is it for all cars? I guess we'll find out in a minute. Okay. That's a winner. Alright, hold on. We're gonna... First off, we need to switch cars. This thing fucking sucks. What is this design? Like they took an old-fashioned boxy-ass car and put a spoiler on the back? Okay. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll take the boxy as shit car with the spoiler on the back. Alright, alright, pimp it. Performance. Oh, wow, these upgrades are, like, expensive. Like, holy shit. I just noticed. If you look here on the right of the stats, pimp level. Yeah, man, I got my Amon 96 with the maxed out pimp level. I need to max out my pimp level. I am like kind of shocked at the level of no, well, I'm actually not too shocked. It is a Pimp My Ride game. Oh yeah, you do some stuff with vinyls. It's not like in depth as Forza, but like it's there. That's kind of neat. That's you know. Aw, man, you telling me I can't get fancy rims yet? Sucks. Does give you something to drive for though, like just doesn't give you a cool car right off the start. Like that's kind of nice. Like I kind of appreciate that. Like Forza Horizon just kind of gives you a Lambo right off the rip, and it's like, well, why even bother? I get a cool car right from the start. Not just a cool car, an awesome car. It's like, why even work for it at all? Whoo, buddy. All right. Try to get your full. Ah, damn it! I didn't get to read the tooltip. What is wrong with this driver? Okay. I kind of dig how the other drivers started to like pimp their car too. That's pretty neat. Digging that a little bit. If anyone in the chat can answer this question for me, I would be most appreciated. Does anybody know what the launch price of this game was? Cause like honestly, it's not that bad. It's like not great. I'm not gonna tell you to go play it, but oh, there's licensed music. The fuck? Why is it there are licensed music in this race but not the other one? The fuck? Yeah, somebody if someone could find the launch price of this video game, that would be much appreciated. Cuz I'm kind of curious cuz like typically licensed stuff like this is like offensively bad, but this is like I would classify it as like okay to like decent. And yeah, it's okay to decent, and I don't know, if I picked this game up for like 10, 15 bucks, 20 bucks, I would not be upset. Like if I was someone, you know, in '09 who was still only sitting on a PS2 and like, for some reason, couldn't find a used copy of Burnout Revenge or Gran Turismo, and I got this, I would not, like, I don't know, this is, like, fine. You know, it's, oh, shit. Like, it's not, like, offensively bad or anything. Honestly, if anything, I was doing better with the truck. You know, there's like little collectibles in every map. That's kind of neat. Yeah, you can even drift the cars a little bit. There's a little bit of frame dip here and there, but got some N64 flat ass trees. Yeah, this is like, you know, this is like, it's not, like I said, it's not great, but it's like decent. You know, I was expecting like offensively terrible. So I guess the joke's on me. Them Duke boys are at it again. Yeah. Here we go. Here's the repetitive electronic music again. Never mind. So we just kept one licensed track and then repetitive electronic music. I have so many questions about this game now. Like just like who greenlit this in the year 2009 or I guess in 07? Like who made certain choices with the game and the music? I don't know. Once again, nothing about this game is like as exceptionally bad as I was honestly kind of hoping for. Like when I downloaded, or I mean, went into a game store, bought it, and then dumped it. Pimp My Ride Street Racing, a game released for the PS2 in 2009. I was expecting like offensively bad. I was expecting like big rigs over the road trucking bad. Like that kind of bad. I was not expecting like kind of okay. Which I mean, there's a lot of PS2 licensed games that kind of fit that caliber. Like that SpongeBob platformer that they did an HD re-release of. Like, I wouldn't call that game great. It is okay. It is an okay 3D platformer. A lot of people really love it. I remember playing the Tarzan game on PS2. I would describe it exactly as that. Like, yeah, it's okay. It's not offensively bad or anything. You know, that was like a lot of licensed stuff. Occasionally you get licensed stuff that was great though. Like you would I swear by Ultimate Spider-Man. I think Ultimate Spider-Man is like genuinely awesome, and we're gonna take a look at it on the show, and you know, like it's gonna be hype as hell. You know, like I forget the name of it, but there was a Batman game that was on the PS2 that was pretty solid. I remember liking. You know, those Disney ones weren't too terrible. I remember playing a Donald Duck one that was okay. I remember playing a Mickey one on the GameCube that was alright. It was just like random studios would just license out games, and you would get honestly like decent games. Like you'd get a lot of crap, like that Catwoman game we mentioned. I'm sure that some of you remember Dragon Ball Sagas, like this Dragon Ball Z RPG that was just the biggest pile of pig shit in the world. The first Legacy of Goku, I know that's a Game Boy Advance game, but it was also like god awful. So it's like, you know, you were still getting really bad licensed games a lot of the time, but you were also still getting like kind of good, fun licensed games a lot of the time. Yeah. And that was kind of my take on it. It was always a surprise, let me tell you. Going to Blockbuster and seeing what you landed on, like, all right, what games does the Blockbuster have, and am I interested in any of these? Well, it's Friday night, and I gotta rent a game for the weekend, so hope you land on something cool. That's actually how I landed on some of my favorite PS2 games, like Downhill Domination. Like that's how I landed on that game. Is doing that, that. Oh hell yeah, we launched a new car, the Buzzard ST30. I am so surprised that they did not, like... I am honest to God shocked that they did not pay for... You know what? No, this game was obviously made on a shoestring budget. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? You can tell by the menus, you can tell by every part of it that this game was made, like, on pennies. There we go, we pimped our ride. This pimp level is no longer 0. Its pimp level is now 1. Pimp in. Alright. Dear God. Alright, I think we'll do, like, one more race, and then maybe see if we can, like, see what some other modes and whatnot are. And then at that point, we'll probably rank it and then call it. I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying this more than I enjoyed Killzone. You know? I'm like debating if I want to, how much I want to factor in historical significance. Why is it like an iPhone counting, like an iPhone alarm clock counting down the start of the race? Okay. I'm debating how much I want to add like historical significance into my ranking, because in that instance, Killzone probably takes it. But on the oh my god, but on the other side of that, like, I'm kind of enjoying this game more, but it's also a lot less ambitious. So I honestly don't know what to say. Yeah, like, why is it licensed music for the first song every time? It's actually pretty good licensed music, too. Like, I don't know. I'm starting to think... Oh, shit. Man, I'm already thinking about the ranking, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard between 2 and 3. I don't know where I'm going to put... we'll see. I know we're gonna do next week's game. I'm thinking about next week's games. Since we haven't done one yet, I think I might do a PS2 launch title, which I think the only one we have on our current batch of downloaded titles is Tekken Tag. So I think we might look at Tekken Tag 1 on next Tuesday, and then after Tekken Tag 1, we're gonna look at after Tekken Tag 1, we'll take a look at, like, I don't know, probably some late era that's, like, high profile and fun, so, like, I think, like, one of the God of War games would be cool. And then, I don't know, maybe another, like, because my current plan each week is, like, do a really big, high profile game that most people really love. In this case, it was, like, Burnout 3. And then kind of do a game that I think isn't going to be that great, or I remember, oh, it's Activision that published this. Sorry, I saw the Activision building. I'm like, okay, there we go. Licensed Activision garbage. So, fun fact, everybody. You may know Activision as the Call of Duty sweatshop that also happens to hold Blizzard Entertainment hostage. It was also, before it was that, though, it was the licensed video game and Tony Hawk sweatshop. And, like, kind of the Guitar Hero sweatshop, though that was kind of amping up around the time that, Call of Duty, got going. Yeah. Who knows, maybe if rhythm games never died, we'd have 2 Activision sweatshops currently, Call of Duty and Activision, instead of just Call of Duty and Guitar Hero. But now we'll never know. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's so weird. They start every race like licensed music, and then just it turns into generic electronica. I can't get this off my brain. All right, well, yeah, I think after this race we're done. We'll poke around the menus a bit more to see if we can customize or see achievements or anything. Like this almost feels like something that would be like early in a console's life, not like one of the last games put out on the platform. But who knows? Oh. I'm not even sure this is gonna be like I know this is not gonna be the worst game we play on this show. Like that's the funny part. When when you get a library as big as the PS2's, also you have 4,000 plus games. Oh, they didn't do the slow mo cam for that one. Man, this map has a lot of shortcuts. Kind of cool. These tracks are actually kind of neat. Um, yeah, these tracks are actually not like bad. They're kind of cool. Like all these shortcuts and stuff you could do. Does the game have like multiplayer? Like I actually think this would be like kind of a fun multiplayer weekend rental. Um, I do not like. Okay. Alright, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading. Give it a sec. Alright. Okay, I guess it would have to be in quick race, right? It's like a lot of tracks. Oh, you have to unlock those tracks. Okay, that's reasonable. Wait, do you ever have to have a certain pimp level to unlock certain tracks? Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Okay, fine, 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 fine. Let's just do the... What? Can you not... Does this game not have multiplayer? Oh, dude. If this game does not have multiplayer, that is like a massive missed opportunity. This could actually have genuinely been a really, like, kind of cool multiplayer game. Oh, man, that is wildly disappointing. I cannot believe this game does not have any split-screen multiplayer at all. Hold on. Um, I have... This game was released on the DS also? What the fuck? What the fuck was this game? I have so many goddamn questions. I also have questions on how many players it is. Apparently selling for $10 on eBay. I cannot believe... You know what? No, I can. Someone did a YouTube video about this game. Alright, well... I am legitimately asking... Like... Wait, this is a sequel? There was a first one of these? What the fucking... Sorry, I'm stun locked. I'm legit like, bro, what? Um... Uh, 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 okay, so... Let, um... I, just... What the fuck? Yeah, okay, so it is single player only. I got my question answered. This game also came out on the 360. What the fuck? Mods? I might have you start doing research for these games while I'm playing them because Jesus fucking Christ. This was a roller coaster. I don't know. It honestly probably is worse than Killzone. I think the core gameplay is like kind of more interesting, but like even then, it's kind of sucks. It's kind of shallow. The lack of a split screen multiplayer kind of ruins it for me. Like that's that because I think that game, like the way those tracks are designed, with a split screen multiplayer, could have genuinely been really fun. Kind of takes it down a lot. And I did enjoy the Killzone bot matches, and I'm sure that if there's some weirdo that has like a custom PS2 server up and running for that game, so I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably put Killzone above it. Yeah, that no multiplayer thing kind of does it over for me. Pimp my ride, street racing. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, okay. So, all right. Well, that's our, there you go. That was so we have our rankings for our first week. I don't think there's any surprises here. Number one is Burnout 3 Takedown. Game is goated. Honestly, I probably could have kept playing that in silence all night. Number two is Killzone. Game with a very interesting history as the Halo killer, but nothing too crazy. And then number three, Pimp My Ride Street Racing. Apparently a sequel to Pimp My Ride. Pimp My Ride just had its own video game. Fuck. Jesus. And apparently this is a better version of that game. So, yep. Okay, so that's Pimp My Ride Street Racing. This has been ranking the PS2. That's our first batch of rankings. We'll be back next week. I think next week what we'll probably do is we'll do Ultimate Spider-Man, um, Herbs, The Sims in the City, and then we'll pick something else a little more high profile. You know, maybe God of War, maybe Gran Turismo, Grand Theft Auto, something like that. So thank you guys. We love you. You're beautiful people. Please tune in to Friday Night Fights on Friday, of course, and then the podcast on Sunday. And then if you scroll down, you can see sick fighting game merch. Maybe if you got some shekels to drop on that, it would help us out and help us with our goal eventually setting up a merch booth at Evo. So thank you. You're all beautiful people, and thank you for tuning in. And I love you, and I'll see you Friday. Bye.